Hello everybody, my name is Justin and I'm the owner of Tidal Tanks Breeding. And right now we're going to start this series on breeding the Boesemani Rainbowfish. And this first episode is going to be kind of an informational video just to get you acquainted with this type of fish, how it's kept and how it's bred. Alright, so the first thing that you guys need to know when you're keeping Boesemani Rainbowfish is that they like to be kept at temperatures around 78 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. They can be kept warmer. My best experience has been keeping them between 78 and 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and they show their best color at that temperature. So the Boesemani Rainbowfish likes to be kept in schools around 4 to 8, and I would shoot towards the 8 side. Just because that's when they feel the most comfortable and show their most natural behaviors. Now, when you're breeding the Boesemani Rainbowfish, you need to know which ones are males and which ones are females. So I'm going to explain to you very briefly how to tell the difference between the male and female Boesemani Rainbowfish. So the male Boesemani Rainbowfish is going to have an orange tail, a bright, vibrant orange, maybe even red tail. And the females will be gray and usually green. If you have a really colorful fish, they will be green. And mine, from my experience, have had little orange stripes through the females. So again, basically what you're looking for is a bright orangey red tail on the males, and that's the easiest way to tell them apart. And adding on to that, the males usually are a lot bigger than the females, and the males can get up to 4 inches long when they are an adult. Alright, just to preface this, I want to let you all know, do not under any circumstance chase water parameters of any sort, because if you keep a constant healthy environment for your fish, they will be so much happier than if all of those numbers are fluctuating. It really stresses them out in the long term. So basically, at the end of the day, if it doesn't breed or if it doesn't live in your tap water, do not keep it. Alright, so now let's talk about breeding groups. Now, I've been using 1-to-1 ratios for my rainbowfish breeding, and it's been successful. And you can also do 1 male to 2 females is the most successful ratio for breeding. Now, rainbowfish naturally breed at first light like most fish do, but they are also avid egg eaters. So what I would do is I would go get your morning cup of coffee and then turn the lights on in your tank and watch them breed, just so that they don't end up eating the eggs like I've had happen before. Now, once the rainbowfish do end up breeding in your tank and they lay the eggs, I would immediately either 1, remove the parent fish into your display tank or another secondary tank and leave the eggs in the tank that you bred them in. And 2, you can remove the plants or the spawning mop into another tank for them to hatch away from the parents. If you are moving them to another tank, I would drip acclimate the eggs to ensure that their fertility stays high. Along with this, if you do move the eggs to another tank, I would make sure they are submerged 100% of the time, because air exposure has shown to decrease the fertility of Boesemani Rainbowfish eggs. Now, when the rainbowfish are in the egg stage, they take usually 7 to 10 days to hatch, depending on your water quality, your water parameters, and again, keep things constant. Keep the temperature constant, keep the water parameters constant. Don't alter anything during the egg stage. Alright, so to close off the video and recap what we just talked about, here's a list of what you'll need in order to breed the Boesemani Rainbowfish. So you'll need a 10 to 20 gallon fish tank for breeding and raising the fry. Again, you'll want a tank that isn't as tall, because the baby fish do need to come to the surface of the water to feed on the food that you'll be giving them. So the less tall the tank is, the better, because that ensures that they don't have to use as much of their energy swimming up and down the tank. A sponge filter is the safest alternative to a filter you can use, and I honestly wouldn't breed if you're going to use any other filter unless you block the filter with something that protects the babies from actually getting sucked into that filter. So the sponge filter is the easiest one to use if you're a beginner. For heating your tank, I would use a 50 to 100 watt heater depending on your tank size. I've found that for 10-gallon tank breeding, a 50 watt adjustable heater is the best option. And I would use an adjustable heater because each fish likes something different. And if you buy an adjustable heater and just invest a little bit more money up front, you'll have that flexibility to breed other things as well in the future. You will need something for the Boesemani Rainbowfish to breed on, so something like fake plants would work. You can even look up a tutorial on a spawning mop. You can make them out of yarn, but you just need something that the Boesemani Rainbowfish can breed on. I like to throw on my tanks a black bath towel or just a towel that you can use to block out the extra light. Throwing a towel over the top of your tank ensures that there's no extra light getting in the tank, so the contrast between night and morning is more significant, which encourages breeding even more in the morning. And lastly, you'll need to pick up your rainbow fish and get to breeding. Thank you for watching this first part of breeding Boesemani Rainbowfish, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next parts in the future when I actually show you how it works.